Hey guys, Abby here. Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today's video is all about the Season of the Splicer artifact. I'm going to show you all the mods that are in the artifact, my recommendations for which ones you should pick, and which ones I think are really powerful for PvE content. But before we get started, make sure you hit that sub button for more Destiny 2 content like this. Alright, so the Paradrome cube is the artifact for Season of the Splicer. You're going to pick it up from the Splicer servitor here in the Helm. Once you complete that first intro mission, they're going to have you travel back to the Helm and grab it from the servitor. Once you do, then all of your XP, so XP from your bounties, from your activities, from your seasonal challenges, which do give you a ton of XP. So if you're looking to level up quickly, that's probably your best bet over here in your quest tab under the seasonal challenges. But as you play the game, you're going to be unlocking more and more levels to this artifact. You're also going to get an additional power level bonus from this artifact as you level it up. You can see here I have a power bonus of +10. So if I hover over my total power, it's going to show 1309 plus the 10 from my artifact. So even though most of my gear is around 1310, my total power level is going to have that +10, which is going to boost me up a little bit higher. This is going to help you take on difficult PvE activities like Lost Sectors and Nightfalls. However, there are a couple activities like Iron Banner and Trials that do not include your power level bonus from your artifact into your total power. But each season we get one of these artifacts and it's got a whole bunch of different mods in here that you can choose to unlock as you level it up. It adds a little bit of variety each season as to how people make their builds, what people focus on, and I really like tinkering around with the seasonal artifact. So let's dive in. In the first column, we've got all your anti-champion mods. We've got Overload Submachine Gun, we've got Anti-Barrier Scout Rifle, Unstoppable Sidearm, which side note is not very good at all, Overload Hand Cannon, and Anti-Barrier Auto Rifle. So what you want to do with this column is just pick the ones with the weapons that you think you're going to use most often. These are really entirely up to you. It's based on your personal preference and how much you use each one. You'll notice these numbers at the bottom here, the 0, 1, 4, 7, 10. These are how many unlocks you need in order to get to the next column. You can also reset your artifact down here. It does cost glimmer and each reset costs more than the last, so be careful about using that too many times. However, you can always just go to Spider and get some more glimmer with your destination materials if you need. In the second column, we've got Grenade Launcher Scavenger and Rocket Launcher Scavenger. These usually cost around 3 energy points, so these are a great pickup if you are always using rocket launchers and grenade launchers. Personally, I love my rocket launcher with chain reaction and I love my anarchy, so I'm always using one or the other of these. You'll notice too, the mods are going to tell you which slot these go in. So for instance, the Grenade Launcher Scavenger and Rocket Launcher Scavenger go on your leg armor. And then another good pickup in this second column is Blast Radius. If you're going to be using those grenade launchers and rocket launchers a lot, you may want to pick this up as well. It's only 1 point. However, I find that taking charge, which is getting charged with light by picking up orbs of power, is a little bit more consistent in PvE in order to become charged with light. All right, on to our third column. We've got kind of some quality of life options here, but I chose to go with Argent Ordnance. This is a charged with light rocket launcher mod. Now you can get this outside of the artifact, but it costs 5 points and the artifact mod only costs 1. This goes in your normal charged with light slots, and so you can use it as you normally would, but this is going to basically give your rocket launcher extra damage and reload speed for the cost of 1 stack of Charged with Light. It's super strong if you are using rockets a lot. I would highly recommend picking this one up. And then down here at the bottom is another one that I really like, Ashes to Assets. This is also a normal regular mod, but it's going to cost less if you use the artifact mod. It gives you a bonus to super energy on grenade kills. This mod is normally 3 energy points and it's locked to a solar energy piece. So if you get it on your artifact, you don't have to worry about what energy your armor is. You can just slap it on there. And that's same with the Argent Ordnance is solar as well. But if you pick it up with the artifact, you don't have to worry about the energy on your armor. Next column, we've got Unstoppable Grenade Launcher. Now, I haven't really tried this out against Unstoppables, but it says when you ready or reload a grenade launcher for a short period, it stuns Unstoppables. So I'm not sure how consistently good that's going to be, but we don't really have too many options for Unstoppables in this season's artifact. We have the sidearm, which I did try, and I did not like it whatsoever. I didn't even feel like it was working very well. So I would highly recommend picking up the Unstoppable Grenade Launcher, or if you are someone that uses a Void subclass, you could also pick up this one. We've also got some other awesome mods in this column. Hammer of the Warmind says your Warmind cells will actually stun and disrupt Overload and Unstoppable champions, which I think could be really cool. However, Warmind cells are not really the most consistent things in the world in terms of predicting when you're going to spawn them, or if there are no enemies around, you won't be able to spawn them on kills. We've also got Sundering Blast. Stunning a champion creates an explosive blast. This one is really interesting to me as well. I feel like this could be really great for solo lost sectors or more of the solo activities. Keep in mind this one goes on your class item and it costs 2 energy, so you couldn't pair it with something like Breach and Clear, which we'll talk about in a second. We've also got Surge Detonators, which we had something similar last season. I can't remember if it was named the same or not, but arc grenades are going to stun Overload champions, which is a really great mod to grab on your Titan. If you are running Thunder Crash, then your grenades are also going to be able to stun Overload, so it's great in Nightfalls. And then for the 5th column, we've got some really awesome bangers this season for artifact mods. I will tell you what, this first one, Breach and Clear. Oh my goodness, this one is so good, you guys. Please have someone on your fire team running this at all times. It's awesome in the override 6-man activity. It's going to be amazing for the raid and for Nightfalls, all kinds of endgame activities, legend lost sectors, all that good stuff. This mod is a must get for at least one person on your fire team. But this one says, when using a grenade launcher, damaging a boss, damaging a champion, or breaking a combatant's shield reloads your stowed weapons and causes the combatant to take increased damage for a short duration. I believe it's about 30%, but you're basically going to see all yellow numbers whenever they are affected by this. The enemy is going to have like kind of a glowy purple visual to them, so you'll know that they've got this Breach and Clear mod active. But this mod has been amazing so far. We took this into the Nightfall, we took it into Prophecy. The Prophecy boss we were actually able to kill within a few teleports of him down the bridge. It's just a really great increase to your team DPS. All right, on to the next one, Glacial Inheritance. This says defeating targets with your stasis super refunds super energy. I think this could be a great one if you are a warlock or a titan running stasis. Not as much for hunter stasis because our stasis super doesn't really kill a ton of stuff. So this could be interesting on some other classes. Then next up, we've got Warmind's Decree. Void splash damage final blows have a chance to create Warmind cells. This is one that I've been playing around with a little bit lately because I do love Warmind cells so much, and I've also been running Star Eater scales, which is the new exotic for hunter. This is a must-have for hunters. You guys go grab this exotic as soon as the lost sector says exotic leg reward. Go farm this out on your hunter. But I've been running this on my Night Stalker tether subclass, which is going to trigger Warmind's Decree on your grenade kills. And if you're running bottom tree, your grenades are going to last longer and do more damage, so there's more potential to get more of those Warmind cells. And then I've also been running it with my Crowd Pleaser, which is a Void, has chain reaction with the Dragonfly spec, so we're doing a lot of Void explosive damage. I've also been playing around with Graviton Lance and a lot of other exotics, as you guys can see here. But Warmind's Decree is just another way to get Warmind cells, so you don't have to rely on specific Aikilos and Seraph weapons. And then next up, we've got Impulse Recycler. This goes on your arms, and it says grenade final blows grant grenade energy. Multiple copies of this mod increase the amount of energy gained. I think this is a really great mod, and in theory, I would run 2 of these all the time to get grenades. However, it only goes on your arms, so you're going to be missing out on at least one, if not both, of the anti-champion mods, because all of your anti-champion mods are going on your arms arms as well. Even this one for unstoppable grenade launchers. So unless you are running one or the other of these, you can't run both because you're not going to have void melee and arc grenades at the same time. You're not really going to be able to stack this very much. So I don't know how worth it is to just have one in that slot and then rely on your subclass to do the other stun. And then last up, we've got Energy Accelerant. Now this one says your Dragonfly Chain Reaction and Firefly Explosions deal more damage, which is amazing because we already have a Dragonfly weapon mod, but this is going to increase that damage even more. So if you have a weapon with Dragonfly Chain Reaction or Firefly, which are coming with Vault of Glass, you can add this Dragonfly spec onto your weapon, and then you can also add the Energy Accelerant to your class item here for 2 energy points, and that is going to give you insane amount of damage. It also works on a lot of other weapons that do explosive damage, even if they don't specifically say that they do Dragonfly Chain Reaction, etc. Like the Graviton Lance Cosmology perk, the Sunblast perk of Sunshot, our Symmetry perk, and Telesto, which may be a bug, I'm not sure or not, because it seems really powerful, but there are a lot of weapons that work with it, exotic and also legendary ones. Astrocross has a great video testing a lot of different weapons if you want to go see the full list. So Energy Accelerant is a really great mod to have for ad clear. Now keep in mind this is a class item mod and it does cost 2 energy, so you cannot pair it with Breach and Clear. That would just be insanely overpowered in my opinion. However, someone on your team could be running Breach and Clear and then you could be running the ad clear build with Energy Accelerant or vice versa. But that is it for the season of the Splicer. Paradrome Cube, which is the artifact for this season, which mods I like, which mods I'm taking, what they all do. It's basically just a way to inspire different builds and kind of, you know, switch up the meta a little bit, get people to try out different builds. There's a lot of grenade launcher stuff in this build, a lot of grenade stuff. So it's a highly explosive season, I guess you could say. But thank you guys so much for watching through the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.